Addicted to the Outdoors begins now.
We head off to Africa to hunt with our friends Kylie and Troy Matthews.
We had a pretty good idea of the operation they ran, so we were very fired up.
So we want your entire safari experience to be enjoyable and for you to see and do as much as you can.
Now that they're here and hunting with us, I think we're probably more excited than they are about being here hunting. Whack and stack.
It was awesome. I got a blue wildebeest with my bow, and it doesn't get much better than that.
We had some zebras come in, and man, we were Barney Fifing it, trying to get everything situated and get on them zebras. Here comes a big old Gims buck.
It's a steam buck.
Unfortunately for him, he presented me with a really good shot.
Yeah, we're liable to see anything in here today.
Running the camera yourself, you know, me and Chris, it makes it tough. So we missed some opportunities, I mean, for sure. But, you know, this old impala came in and he was skin and bones. And Chris looked at me and said, man, this thing needs to go down. My goal today is a big warthog. We got on a good kudu for Gina, and after a pretty lengthy stalk, we finally got her in a position she could take a shot at this thing.
The TC put him down.
It is only gonna get better.
It is our last morning hunting in Africa.
We are gonna try to close out the day and close out the trip strong.
We've got some scores to settle today. Blood trail on. Wasn't real happy about the shot on the impala. Got him a little back, but hopefully it did the job. Please tell me there's blood.
Yeah, he's got blood.
Okay. Hopefully he'll lay down and we can find him. Oh, geez, look. Right there. Sweet. The Muzzy Phantom. There he is.
Hey. There it is.
Good job, Isaac. Oh, he's nice. I hit him a little far back, but we saw him go and he took off and he was bedded, what, about 100 yards? Sweet. That's a nice mature deer right there.
Yep.
We're after. Okay, we got one down this morning and we've seen a nice warthog. So if he comes in, we're gonna have to get him.
Limb Saver presents Addicted to the Outdoors with Jon and Gina Brunson.
This segment is brought to you by Forloh, the only technical fishing and hunting apparel completely made in the USA. Forloh, the future of hunting is here.
Here's where we're at so far. We are going to try to close out the day and close out the trip strong.
Yes, yes. That's a nice mature deer right there.
Yep.
That's what we're after.
Just ate a big old burger, and we are headed back to our blind. So hopefully tonight, it'll be my turn.
Hey John, how'd that last day of hunting go?
My last day was awesome. You know, I wanted a real big kudu, and you know, all of a sudden there's a million of them out in front of me. I mean, you know, I saw several shooters, but man, you know, when you've got, man, 30, 40 kudus out in front of you, it's tough.
He's somewhere between 49 and 50, I think, or 51. He's big, that's a big bull. Jon is pretty intense, and he likes to do things the right way, I guess is the way to say it. But it's fun hunting with him, and he likes to enjoy the hunt more than anything else, I think.
You know, from the time that I actually saw the first kudu, from the time that I actually got a shot on one, it was literally hours. But, you know, several hours later, we finally made it happen.
Perfect, perfect, perfect. That is a big kudu. Oh my gosh. I'm freaking shaking. My knees are shaking. I mean, we've been 3 hours kudu in and out. Tried to shoot a couple different times. Couldn't get a shot. Something was in the way. Oh my gosh. This was probably the biggest one.
He is beautiful, heavy. Like, so you're talking about this just curves out there.
Yeah, just the tips coming
just the
forward.
tip,
Like
got that pretty twist right there, huh?
Yeah. Yes. This is a beautiful kudu.
All right, let's go back out. Kill some. Okay, we got one down this morning and we've seen a nice warthog. So if he comes in, we're gonna have to get him.
When he gives you a shot, take him.
It's my fault. There goes my big pig. Oh.
We found it, and it was stuck in a log.
I have something to look forward to when I come back to Africa. Well, what do I say? Other than I suck. I can't believe my last day hunting in Africa, and I miss the one thing that I wanted left was a big warthog. I mean, how do I miss it? He's right in front of me. Troy! Oh my God, now I gotta hear Jon.
All right, it's like the Last Supper.
Well, someone once asked me what's traditional South African food, and it is all the wonderful flavors in the world.
Kudu filet, scamspak sasati, some Zulu cabbage.
Me.
But it's,
Let me try the animal that I killed. It's good.
It's tender and delicious.
and for dessert, we've got mocha pudding cake.
One
I'm full.
small one for the non-dainty Jon.
Oh my God.
This is the best birthday cake ever.
We're gonna, we definitely put on some weight on this trip. Now that we've wrapped up all of our hunting days, I know you've got another 3 days of goodies planned for us. That night, we ate way too much food. Surprise, surprise. And then we kicked back and listened to Kylie explain how our big photo safari was gonna go down.
I'm addicted to the outdoors.
This segment is brought to you by Boning. Boning, your archery equipment source.
Let's bring you up to speed.
We closed out the trip strong.
Yes, it's a nice mature deer.
We finally made it happen.
That is a big kudu.
Can't believe I just did that. We are on our way to ride some elephants. Hi.
Sean.
Hi, how are you, Sean?
Jon, how you doing?
She's a gem. I love this elephant.
No. Says time out. They've obviously got the big wrinkles in their skin, but they've got these tiny little gaps in their skin as well. And that allows dust and water to get into there. If you feel here, it's very hard and it's a very strong protective layer.
Oh, wow.
Very, very soft, eh?
Yeah.
Tuck it in there. Just give his tongue.
Ooh,
Soft,
weird.
Their sense of smell is very, very good. They can smell 14 times better than a dog. Just to demonstrate his sense of smell, what we're going to do is get him to turn around, pick up the hat, and give it straight back to its owner. Good girl.
That is freaking awesome.
We're off on our first African elephant ride. That was awesome.
We just wrapped up with the elephants, which was awesome, and now we're headed to the 6,000-year-old plus Big Tree Bar. That is a big tree, man.
Hey, tell me about this big tree.
Well, it's a Baobab tree, and it is very big. Hard to explain how big this tree really is without actually standing there and seeing it for yourself.
This is so cool.
And it's been carbon dated to be over 6,000 years old.
Yeah, and one other really cool thing about this tree is they actually put a pub inside the tree.
This hollow is all natural. He found artifacts in here where little sand bushman people live.
What makes Umlani so unique?
Well, for starters, it's in the middle of Kruger National Park.
Yeah, the cool thing about Umlani is it is what they call a 5-star bush camp. So it's really nice, but there's no electricity. You're sleeping in a hut that's pretty much wide open. You got elephants walking by your door, hyenas walking through camp. That's sweet.
We are on our first photo safari.
I don't know what to say. It's incredible.
we got right on top of them. I mean, we were
really close.
10 feet. I mean, 10 feet from them. And these were wild, wild lions. But, you know, they've got a system out there where these lions are just accustomed to seeing these trucks and people out there filming. The key is not to get up out of your seat. If you get up out of the seat a little bit to where the cats can silhouette you, then you're in trouble. Right on top of the wild lions, man. That's awesome. The big elephant right in the background.
That's a big kitty.
Oh my God, they're huge.
This is the real flavor of Africa. A true African wilderness adventure, if you wish.
Well, we swung into the cafe to get some lunch, but of course it was attached to a gift shop with all kinds of goodies in it, so we know where Gina was off to. We are at our second stop on the mat, which is Shiduli, and the place is incredible. We just got settled in, we jumped on the old Land Rover, and we're headed out on another game drive. We turned the corner and there was a massive rhino. I mean, her horns were enormous.
That is so sweet.
Cheetah was really cool because we found a cheetah and we were actually allowed to get off the truck and walk out to it. And we walked up 15 yards from this cheetah and got to stand there and, you know, shoot some video and take some pictures. That was really, really cool.
What's the best part of Shiduli?
Oh, absolutely, it was Zero. He is this huge, mature lion, and we were so lucky to get to see him.
Oh my goodness. Oh, there's a cub.
And he was just laying out with in the open, and he was out there with his little cubs, and it was so neat.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Zero was definitely one of, 13-year-old lion, they estimated. He had the gray beard and the black mane. You know, he was the man, and that was definitely probably the highlight. But I'd say the other thing that was really cool was, you know, our first morning we got up before sunup and went out and sat on this pond.
That was good.
And watched the sun rise as we're sitting there drinking, you know, hot chocolate, and we're, you know, 30 yards from the water, and there's hippos floating around and blowing and making all kinds of noise as the sun's coming up. We're sitting there, you know, enjoying that. Not a bad deal.
This segment is brought to you by Grizzly Blinds. Grizzly Blinds, adventure guaranteed.
I made a lot of stops on our photo safari, and one of the stops was these beautiful views. They were canyons. I mean, I really, the only thing I can compare them to is, you know, our Grand Canyon. Of course, there's shops off to the left, so Gina beelined left and I beelined right.
You know, was there anything really unusual on this trip you guys saw?
Yeah, lots of stuff. I mean, you know, a lot of unique things over in South Africa. You know, a lot of incredible experiences. But I guess one of the strange things, or unique things we saw was that lady.
Oh my goodness.
Show your neck.
I don't know, like a tree or something on her head.
Right on her head.
Right on top of her head and just getting it on down the road. I'm watching them carry things on their head that I'm wondering if, you know, I'm thinking, man, can we even pick that stuff up?
Holy smokes. Oh, look at that. Look at the big pancake slash kind of burrito looking thing.
Like eating a bag of concrete. I mean, they were awesome, but the food, I mean, man.
Too much.
Yeah, I probably put on 15 pounds over there.
I'm just gonna work at it until I'm miserable.
It was, I mean, it was just nonstop. All they did was just shove
Cheetahs.
great food down your throat every time you turn around.
I can't believe you ate all that. That's a lot.
And then we actually capped off our trip at the carnivore restaurant. You know, carnivore restaurant. That was enough for, that's all I needed to hear to say I wanted to go there.
Good, man. My kind of place. Meat, and more meat. Oh, I feel like a fat right now. All this food today.
Well, we are wrapping up our trip to Africa, and I'll tell you this, it was an incredible trip of a lifetime. Yeah, Troy and Kylie, just, you know, they're those type of people that exceed your expectations, and that's very hard to do. Everything about the trip was incredible, just really no negatives at all. They blew us away. You know, I've been to Africa before, had a good trip, but nothing like this. And we can't wait to go back next year.
Inner blind and wait on the animals to come in.
Morning 10. It's like pumpkin soup. Gina's like, it's chicken neck soup.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.